Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subs. I know I haven't put up too many outboard videos as of late, and that's because I've just had so many other projects going on. Growing this stubble on my face, that was one of them. That's a lot of effort. I got some stuff I'll show you, what I've been kind of doing the last couple weeks anyway. It's cold outside, and so I have to go get firewood, and I get that by two different means. I either go out the road somewhere and find wind blowdowns and saw them up and bring them home, or I actually have a boat that I use, a couple boats, skiffs that I use to go out and get firewood off the beaches. So I'm going to show you some of what I've been doing, and then I had to run out to the landfill and get rid of an old bunch of stuff that I had around here, old shed and stuff that I'm tearing down slowly, getting rid of. So I'm gonna show you a little piece of what I've been doing, and this is also a new to me camera that I'm using, and so this is just kind of a test video to see if it's gonna work. So let me show you a little bit of what I've been doing, and hello to all the new subscribers, and so thanks for watching. And so here's a little bit of what I've been doing. These are my brand new tires that are going up under my trailer, but before I could do that I had to build an axle. So give me a second, we'll go look at some other stuff. Just a bunch of other things that I gotta get done. I want to be playing with them. Or them. But instead, gotta keep them home fires. Oh, that's how you do it. He's spawning pretty bad. About time to replace him. That's my wind vane salmon flower pot pole. Flowers ain't looking too good there in January. Most of those little 15s have all been gone through. The 30, that one's done. And there's my usual. I'm gonna get that Johnson done. But right now I'm also putting a new trailer axle under my trailer. So you can see the raspberries are all dead. Everything's dead. A few outboards over there need to get to. Those are parts mostly. All my hood bonnets up under there. My moose antlers need to be painted. Believe it or not, what kind of whales are those? Blue whales. But they still got some sage growing in it, and it's still green. And there's my caribou antlers. They're looking good. Better than my moose antlers. Some of my old vintage stuff. So, have to take time out from outboards to just put a new cover, pull, start, recoil spring and all that, and new bar and so forth on my little Husky 51. And this is my Sears, I think it's a 3400. It's got the magnesium body on it. I love that saw. It always starts. So, just getting through winter. Been doing a lot of wood cutting, wood splitting. I'll show you my wood splitter here in a second. It don't look like much, but it's the best one I've ever owned. And I've owned a few. So I'll be right back. Alright, so here's my log splitter. And this is a single cylinder diesel Lombardini 530. And it is one of the strongest log splitters I've ever seen. I've been living in the North Country now for about 40 years. That's my other log splitter. It has an industrial 8-horse Briggs & Stratton up under there. But this one, as you can see, it never hardly moves. It just sits right here. But it's got a bunch of features I like. One, it's very strong. And here's another feature I like about it. Electric start. And it's pretty powerful. See if I can find a place to sit you. Okay, you can see there's my axle. I had to cut out the old spindles and build the plates and the U-bolts and all that. And you say, well, why don't you just go out and buy them? Well, I live on an island. And you would think that stuff would be readily available, but it's not. So I had to build most of it. I just took some plates, drilled some holes, blah, blah. So that's my new axle up under there, along with a ball. So I've got the hubs inside. I'm waiting on the seals. I had to order them online. But this is, and you can see I got it jacked up in the back. Whoops, sorry about that. Got it jacked up, and I'm just waiting on the seals, and I can put the hubs and everything back on. This is one of the skiffs I use for going out and getting firewood, but this is my main tank of a skiff that I use to go and get firewood. It's a locally built skiff. It's 30-something years old. And excuse me while I duck under this. Sorry. But it's a welded aluminum skiff, and I got the motor off of it right now, but it's got a tow post so I can tow logs off the beach with and so forth, and it's a really tough skiff. And so, and then this is one of the trailers I actually use. I built to go out and get logs, not off the beach, just stick them on there and use ratchet straps. But I've got the engines off my skiffs right now. I generally run a 55 commercial on this one, but it's a good go to the beach. You can run it right up on the beach. But the reason why I got the engine off this one, and I'll make a video of it as soon as I get it all in the shop and get into it. I'm going to take, I think, a 40 that I have commercial, and I'm going to put a tilt unit in it, and I'll film that and make a video. But this is a great, just run it up on the beach, tie the log off to the post, drag them off. And this skiff is just my runabout bay runner skiff. And I generally just run a 30 on this. And so I'm getting an axle under that one. So that's some of the stuff I've been doing, and then I'll show you some more. This is my little mini dozer. I just put tubes in all 4 tires. They would just slowly leak. The sidewalls and all still good, so I just put tubes. Reason why it looks all black there and everything is because that's core seal. I removed a bunch of rust, put the core seal on there. I've just got a temporary gas tank. Well, I've got a new starter for this one coming, a new carburetor, and then I got my little bucket plow. This is called a Ramrod 230, built in Canada about 40 years ago, and it is without a doubt my best friend. I do my snow removal, I push around logs, I keep my driveway and everything gravel tended with it. And then I've got to get to this. This is my straight hydraulic angle plow that goes to it. You can see she's pretty rusty, so I've got to get that in there and get it all wire wheeled and core sealed and a coat of paint. And that's what I use for mostly lifting outboards and so forth. But most of the time I keep the bucket on it. But so that's another project I've been doing. So those are just some of the things that I've got going. That, and then building 15s and everything, getting ready for the spring. And I've got that 90 I got to finish. There's really nothing wrong with it, just a tune-up, change lower unit oil. The 30 had a few issues, mostly carburetor. I finished that. So when I start on this 40, and I'll show you the candidate 40, that I'm going to put the tilt trim on. It's this one right here. It's a 1996. You can see lower unit's missing, but it's real clean inside. And I'm going to put a tiller on it, electric start, rectifier, and tilt trim. And then that'll go on my welded aluminum skiff for my log hauling. I was going to do the 55, but this 40 is much newer and seems like it's in real low hours. So that's my hopes, is to get that one all set up. So I'll be back. Well, I'm trying out a different camera here, and so I thought I would come, and this is part of our local landfill, and that's your national bird, bald eagles. So hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm going to try and zoom there. And if you look in the background up the hill, you can see more of them on the hill. So not all this video is going to be great, I don't think. This is the first time I've ever used this camera. Back out a little. There's your bald eagles. And if you look up on the hill way on the other side, you'll see a bunch more. I'm trying not to shake too much, and this thing does have stability on it. You see the pretty mountains in the background? Those are called the Three Sisters. And I'm just going to test the zoom on that one lonely eagle. Let's see. Oh boy, it zooms way too much. Damn, there's a lot of them. Well, there we go. So those are some of the things I've been doing as of late, and in addition to that, I've been working on some of my own chainsaws. I went through my Craftsman, I forget the number on it, but it's a 3400, I think. Real good saw. I rebuilt the carb on that, just standard maintenance. My Husqvarna 51, put a new oiler, a new side cover, recoil spring, and then I've got a couple little early models, 70s I think, steel 015Ls, and this one had points in it, and just for trying I put one of those chips on it, and it's now got good hot spark, and I started it. And so I've got to clean up the bar, sharpen up the bar, and just do, that's my little bucking saw for the limbs. I'm going to use that. I've got a Poolin Pro down here that I went through real good, and so I've got plenty of saws, but that's the kind of stuff I've been doing, and getting my trailer ready and ordering my inventory and growing my whiskers. So been kind of busy, but I'll get the outboards up. I got a 30 right here hooked to my tank that I'm fixing to go through. I know it's got a busted shift handle and God knows what else. I haven't even done a fax check on it, so I'll film that. And but so I've just been a little bit busy, and that's why I haven't posted many outboard videos, but stick with me and I'll get some up. You never know what's coming in this place. I never know from day to day. People stop in here wanting to trade things and stuff, and that's how I got that 40. In fact, guy brought it in, said he took the lower unit off of that one and put on another one, and I bought that one on the real cheap. I paid $30 for it, so, and it's all there except for the lower unit, and he had it hooked up remote, and he gave me the actual tiller handle and everything that goes to it. So I'm going to put that back on, plus electric start, plus it may even have a rectifier already, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll get that one, and I'm going to try and adapt a tilt trim unit to it. I have several, so I'm going to get that going. So that's what I've been up to, and I'll get some videos on outboard stuff coming up here soon, and thanks for watching.